think you could lift all that soap at once.
Yeah. I'll try. I'm gonna have to.
Hi, I'm Jerica, and this is where I live.
Close all the curtains.
7 years ago, I started a soap business. Back then, I knew nothing about running a soap business, but I decided to anyways. A few years before that, I landed what I thought was my dream job, working for Apple Corporate. The office was on the 17th floor in Toronto's finance district. I was earning the most I'd ever earned in a corporate position before, and I was working for a company whose products I used and loved every day. But something felt really wrong. In the fall of 2017, I discovered soap making. In that first year, I learned so much and I made a ton of soap. It wasn't long before I started posting about it on my social media, and that's how my friends found out, and that's also how I got my first customer, my friend Tess.
Standing at your doorstep, feel it everywhere, feeling everything. Still hours left of daylight, remember everything.
I can't believe I went from cutting soap like this to this.
You were buried deep within me, always in a fever, always on my skin.
In today's video, I'm cutting a lot of soap. This is all for when I reopen my website in June, so I'm hoping to have new soap, scrubs, and bath bombs restocked. My first soap molds made me 5 bars at a time, and I thought that was a lot. It definitely felt like way more than I could ever sell, so it took a while before I felt like I was ready for an even bigger mold. The way I've always operated my small business is that I never invest in more supplies, equipment, or tools unless there's an actual need for it. Because the reality is that I can make the best soap in the whole world, but that does not equal immediate sales. And the reason for that is because making soap and selling it are entirely different skill sets. One is significantly harder than the other. And if you guessed that learning to make soap was harder, you'd be wrong. Marketing a business is insanely hard, and for some, it comes naturally, but for the majority, unless you go to school and get a degree in this stuff, you will be entering this world blind, like me, and basically throwing spaghetti at the wall. This is why consistent sales of soap can take years. A lot of years. And in those years, unless you're constantly trying new things, actively promoting your soap on social media, going out of your way to make connections and participate in local markets, you're going to find the business of selling soap extremely difficult. My first couple of years selling soap were pretty bad by most standards. I barely made any money. Actually, I don't think I made any money. I think I sold a few bars and then that money went straight into buying more supplies. So it was really more of a hobby than anything, but I was trying to treat it as much like a business as I could. And that's because I had no idea what I was doing, who I was selling to, how to find customers, and finding ways to separate me from the crowd. Because of that lack of knowledge and, let's be honest, lack of sales, I didn't quit my 9-to-5 job. My husband and I kept our finances pretty tight. We always try to save as much as we can. At the time, we lived in a tiny condo in the city. Our living expenses were incredibly high, just paying our mortgage, maintenance fees, and transportation costs. We knew that if we wanted to keep our family safe and secure during this time and during this endeavor, we would have to budget well and plan our expenses carefully. One thing we realized is that living in the city was way too expensive for us. We were spending a lot of money to live in basically a tiny box in the sky, and it just made less and less sense. The Toronto real estate market was really heating up, and getting a larger home in the city was way, way beyond what we could afford. So we looked 2 hours north of the city and found a detached home that was still small, but was plenty of space for us. The best part? It cut our living expenses in half, which gave us a little more breathing room.
in this landslide.
In this new home, in this new town, I sought out the local farmers market and reached out to its Instagram. They didn't answer my DM, but I decided to not let that discourage me, so I decided to physically go there and ask about a table. Funny enough, speaking to someone in person did the trick, and I was allowed to attend the farmers market the following weekend. It was there, at that first farmers market, that I experienced my first taste of what selling in person looked and felt like. And at my first farmers market, I made a whopping $30 in sales after I paid $25 for a spot. That's pretty bad. But I kept at it though and showed up week after week, and my sales did a little bit better each time. And I'm not talking about a huge jump in sales. I'm talking about another extra $5, an extra $20 made. In some weeks it was less than that. It was a lot of up and down. But during that time, I paid attention to the farmers market crowd that would show up, and I dropped the products that weren't selling and made more of what did. I checked out my competition and saw what was working for them. I tried different price points, different display setups, and practiced my terrible speaking skills, which still aren't great, but hey, I'm a work in progress. The point is, the reality of running a small business is constant adjustment, and what keeps it going are the little boring things. You'll need to learn other skill sets too, like business taxes, health and safety regulations, FDA compliance, all kinds of software in addition to just making soap. And if that wasn't enough, if you're not able to take your experiences, all of them, as a lesson that will make you a stronger business owner, if you're not able to handle launching something and having nobody buy it, if you're not willing to see a dime of profit until many years later, if you're unable to ignore what other small business owners are doing and thus feel terrible because you can't help comparing your journey to theirs, then you're in for a rough ride, and you'll probably quit. But if you can deal with all of the above, if your motivation for starting a small business is to provide an amazing product, a product you understand inside and out, and you have to tell the whole world about it, then, in time, you might see some incredible things. So I finally finished pressing all of the bath bombs that I was hoping to include with my reopening of my website. We have a lemon lavender here, a peachy bath bomb here, and a blueberry one here. The lemon lavender bath bomb is really vibrant. I love how it turned out, but it was not exactly what I was going for. I was hoping for a purple, but for some reason it turned into this bright pink color, and I think it's because I didn't use quite enough. And you'll find with dyes, sometimes you have to experiment with the amounts to know exactly how much you need to get the color that you want. And I love the peach vibes that this peach bath bomb gives. It's like a peach peony scent, which smells so good. And then over here we have our blue purple bath bombs, which are a blueberry slushy or a blueberry candy type of smell. When Kale smelled this, he said it smelled like a box full of nerds, and I agree. It's very sweet, it's very fun, and it's very summertime. But now that they have been pressed, I already took pictures and I need to get these up on the website, so I think I'm going to do that now, close up the studio, and yeah, just wrap it up for today. lens on there. And now it's a little bright, so let's adjust that too. It is a yucky, rainy day. Welcome to Washington. What else is new? I'm actually kind of glad that it's raining because I don't have to water all the plants outside. And by me, I mean Kale. He does all the watering. He's so good about that. I posted my How to Stay Motivated video and I love the comments. I'm so blessed that the people that find me on YouTube have the same thinking that I do. A lot of the people that watch me are either on the same path or can relate to what I'm going through. And it's just a magical, magical thing. And I do like when my videos strike a chord with people. And even though the message of that video was to stay motivated and to go at your own pace and don't let outside pressures dictate where you are headed in your either your small business journey or your soap making journey, that's not to say that I don't feel moments of discouragement or moments of, do I even want to be doing this? I get those feelings too. I think it's a very human thing, but I think what's important is just remembering that things take time and to just trust it and trust how you feel. If something is not working or not feeling right, then put it down. Pick it up again later on, because something that I have noticed about myself is I'm very up and down about things. Sometimes I'm really excited about something, sometimes I'm not as excited, or sometimes I'm very motivated and other times I'm not. But thank you for being so awesome in the comments. I used to be really scared about going to the comments after a day or two after posting, but I found myself going back because I feel like YouTube's only bringing me such awesome people and people who want to leave the most encouraging, sweet, inspiring comments. So thank you guys so much. I have a small Amazon haul for you guys. I needed to order something for my June projects, which I want to get started on so that I can share the recipes with you guys. Ooh, I've actually ordered other things like this sunset lamp. It gets so dark in my hobby room, and my mother-in-law has made this comment that it's such a great room, but the wall, the accent wall that they painted in there, and by they I mean the previous owners of this house, they painted it such a dark navy blue that it's kind of, it really gives the hobby room kind of a cave-like feel, which I don't love. I'm actually thinking of painting it yellow. Let me know in the comments about what you think about a yellow room. But I've heard such good things about this sunset lamp. Hopefully it will give me a little bit more light and help the room feel a little less gloomy. I do plan on filming a lot in that room. And right now the lighting is not it. Okay, what is here? Oh, this is also for the office. I ordered a few organizational things because I really hate a cluttered workspace, and you'll find the more streamlined, the cleaner your desk is, the more productive you are. So I got this organizer to put my notepads in, my notebooks, my to-do checklist thing that I use. It'll hopefully keep things nice and tidy. Oh, is that the only thing in here? So the thing that I ordered for my June projects actually didn't come. Hopefully it'll come soon, but yeah, it was supposed to come yesterday. What the heck? One package I did want to share is from someone who watches my videos. Her name is Brittany, and she is such a sweetheart. She's also a soap maker, and she sent me these loofahs that loofah? I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. She sent me a loofah that she grows from her own garden, and she uses them in her skincare products. How beautiful is this soap? Her company is called Stodge Hill Naturals. I will link her down below. Thank you so much, Brittany. I can't wait to try this soap out. I'm actually really low on the soap that I have in my shower right now, so this is very, very much appreciated. I've never used a loofah like this in the shower before, but this is incredibly environmentally friendly. It's literally the inside of the loofah plant. It's all natural, and I like a good scrub in the shower. I like my sugar scrubs to be scrubby, and I like the things, I like brushing my skin in the shower. There's these skin brushes that you can use. I love them. I thought I heard a little puppy bark, but nope. Look at how impressive this plant is. I'm so happy with these long tendrils. But the thing is, it's getting a little too long for this space, and I'm wondering if I should move him to a shelf. The light from this window and this side of the house is awesome, but we don't really have a lot of places to set a big plant like this. And I definitely can't put it in my hobby room because it's so dark in there and it's probably not going to get the same amount of light, and it's super happy here. So I don't know what to do. You see how dark it is in here? I mean, the one light in there makes it look super cozy and nice, but this wall is so gloomy. This beautiful plant, it's fake. There's no way a plant can thrive in such a dark room. This plant, also fake. Imagine this wall yellow. What do we think about that? And if that's yellow, what color should this wall be? Should it also be yellow? Should I keep it light blue, gray, which it is right now? I don't know. There are times though where I really love the blue. Decisions. I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for picking me to spend a little bit of time with. And I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Leave me a thumbs up to let me know that you did. And if you have any passing thoughts while watching the video, never hesitate to leave a comment down below. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for coming to my little corner of the internet, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys. Okay, this looks cool.